vindictive prosecution, but this is what's going down with the Trump DOJ right now. Take a look at this Abrego Garcia case where federal judge Waverly Crenshaw Jr., a United States District Court judge in Tennessee, just made a ruling that the trial of Abrego Garcia, which was set to take place on January 27, 2026, must hereby be canceled. The judge in the order says the case is now canceled. The trial, not the case, the trial is canceled. And instead, what will be taking place on January 28th, 2026, is an evidentiary hearing regarding the Trump regime's potential vindictive prosecution. Now, the federal judge explains that in a vindictive prosecution evidentiary hearing, courts use a burden shifting analysis where Abrego has already demonstrated with a significant amount of evidence that there is a presumption based on all the evidence, the overwhelming evidence that's been shown, that the Trump DOJ has engaged in vindictive prosecution against Abrego. And now the burden shifts to the government to produce some evidence to now rebut this presumption. And it was a very hard thing in these types of cases to be able to assert the level of evidence or put forward the level of evidence to get that presumption. But now the DOJ needs to put up or shut up, quite literally. They need to put up a witness, and you know they don't like doing that, who's going to rebut the evidence that exists. Now, the DOJ's strategy has basically been to blame. It's a whole mindset of dealing with problems, and he allows a contagion that he creates to spread and metastasize and get bigger until it actually causes real issues that create bigger issues when you could just resolve this fairly quickly. The very first thing, if you wanted to get rid of Abrego Garcia, the one place you couldn't bring him is to El Salvador. So right away, if you just deported him to literally any other country, you would have been able to have done that right away. So then once you did that and you were ordered to facilitate his return, bring him back, and then deport him to another country. They bring him back, they criminally prosecute him in a vindictive prosecution in the Middle District of Tennessee. Their behavior is so egregious now that the federal judges have to intervene because it seems like the Trump regime is like literally trying to get the guy killed. They want to send him to Liberia or other countries. And then they're lying and saying that Costa Rica doesn't want to take him. And the Costa Rica officials are like, yeah, we do want to take him. They're like, well, why are you lying to us? They call a number of witnesses before Boldzinis and Waverly Crenshaw, and these witnesses all show that they're lying right there. Trump and his team start to say that like Abrego's like a sex trafficker, like defame him, and they start to lie about him and say his tattoos, say this and that, and they like engage in this defamation campaign against the guy, which is like horrific to like destroy the guy's life. So then the courts have to intervene on all of that, and then there are gag orders, and they're violating the gag orders, and now you have Todd Blanche, like the number two, inextricably intertwined in this horrific conduct himself, when a deputy AG would never be involved in this, and the AG should never. He's involved in all, like Kristi Noem's involved in this, and it just goes to show you how one person like Abrego can create a massive dent, in this when you stand up. And I'll give you the final word, but it's also my criticism of these large law firms that bent the knee and all of these institutions that bent the knee, because you see someone like Abrego who has nothing stand up and win, while you have people with all the resources, power, and the so-called, and excuse my language, fuck you money, but then they use that to bend the knee and to become aiding and abetting of the harm being inflicted. So that's my observation. That may not seem an obvious one with this case to say, well, that's why he goes bankrupt. But I think you can glean a real defective pathological thinking here that is destructive, and that regardless of your political party, this behavior towards Abrego is sociopathic in trying to go after this guy. When if you wanted to solve the problem, it was a fairly easy problem to solve, even where you engaged in horrific conduct at the outset. If you wanted to do this the right way and just move on with everybody's lives. Harry, final word.
Yeah, I mean, well, do it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are talking about a very important development coming from the US legal system, one that direct involves Donald Trump and the people closest to him. For a long time, Trump in inner circle has spoken very confidently in public. They went on television broadcast and social media saying they were ready to defend everything. They claimed they had nothing to hide and that the court had no real case. But now something serious has happened. A judge has stepped in and said in simple words, if you are so confident, then come to court and testify under oath. This movement is not just legal news, it is a test of truth, power, and accountability. In today's video, we will explain everything. What happened, why the matter, who is involved, and what this could means for Trump's legal and political future. So stay with us on the tip. So, what does calling the bluff means? First, let's understand one important pressures calling the bluff. When someone is bluffing, it means they are acting brave on confidence, but they may not want to prove it when the time comes. In the case, Trump inner circle has been very loud outside to outrooms to courtrooms. They said we are in sense they accountability are faking. We are expert explain everything, but a judge do not care about talk show or social media post. A judge create about evidence, facts, and Sloan's testimony by callings the bluff. And judge is saying, okay, if you are talking to the truth, then come to court, raise your right hand, and tell the story under oath. That's changing everything. What exactly did the judge do? According to reporter and legal community, the judge decided that our trial date would be replaced with an evidently higher. Now, evidently here is very important. In the simple word, it is a court hearing where rightness can be called evidence is examined. Lawyers ask simple questions, statement or make under of. This is not a circles meetings. This is where lies can be exposed, story can fall apart. Legal risks increase. The judge is sending a strong signal that this case deserve deeper examinations, not delay or excuse. Who is Trump inner circle? When people hear Trump's inner circle, they may think it means random spotters. That is not truth. Trump inner circle usually include top advisors, long-time allies, campaign strength, legal advice, serious allies. There are people who were close to decisions making. They were not watching for outside, they were inside the room. That's why they tensed money matters. If these public spoke honestly, they can confirm or deny key facts. Their word could strengthen or weaken. Trump defends. That's also why testify is risky or for them. Why testifying under oath is a big deal. Let's be very clear about that. Talking on TV is easy, posting on social media is easy, testifying under oath is not easy at all. When someone testify under oath, they swear to tell the truth. Lying is a crime. Every statement is recorded. Lawyers can cross-examine them. Examines them. If someone lies under oath, they could face criminal change, final jail time. That is why many people talk loudly outside court, but becomes quiet inside court. The judge know this, and that's exactly what this move is powerful. Why this is bad news for Trump teams. For a legal point of view, this puts Trump team in a very uncomfortable positions. They now have only a few options: testify and risk legal consequences, refuse to testify and look suspicious, delay and fight the other and the order in court. None of these options are easy. If they testify, their statement could be used against Trump. They contracted could hurt their credibility. Part public comments could come back to haunt him. If they refused, it raises serious questions. It demand public trust. It strength the idea that some things is being hidden. Either way, pressure is increased. Why judge rely do this without reason? Judge do not make dramatic moves for attentions. They are trainings to be careful, claims and fair. When a judge decided to push for testimony, it usually means the court believes the testimony is relevant. There are unsavere. Why judge really do this without reasons? Judge do not make the dramatic move for attentions. They are trained to be careful, claims and fair. When a judge decide to push for testimony, it usually means the court believes the testimony is relevant. There are unanswered questions. There may be conflicting statements, confusing statements. This is not random. It suggested the judge believes that hurting direct for Trump inner circle could clarify important issue in the case. Political conclusions for Donald Trump. Now let's talk about politics. Donald Trump is not just a former president; he is still a powerful political figure. Millions of Americans follow him closely, but legal troubles affects politicians. These situations could hurt his public image, direct from the campaign messages, career debates amongst undecided voters give create new arguments. Even strong supporters may feel uncomfortable when they hear word like court hearings under of judge pressures. Legal drama and political ambitions do not mix well. Media and public reactions. Media coverage of this development is being intense. Supporters of Trump say this is unfair, this is political, this is a watch hunt. Critics say this the law appeals to everyone's accountability matters. Courts must do their job. Social media is full of arguments, clips, and reactions, but against social media does not decided cases. Court court do and judge focus on facts, not hashtag. What this movement is defend for from before. Trump has faced legal challenges before Trump, but this movement feels different for one reasons. The focus is now on the people around him. When inner circle members are pressured, time things won't change fast. History shows us that cases often move forward when instead testify internal candid contradictions becomes websites. Legal statements weakens that they are why legal experts are watching they closely. What could happen next? Several things could happen next. Testimony moves forwards. Inner circles members testify, and now information comes out. Legal fights continue. Lawyers challenge the judge's legal fights continue. Lawyers challenge the judge decisions, delays, and narrotations. Attempts are made to reduce expose political messagings, intensify. Trump may use the movement to rely supporters no matter what happens. This story is fair for more. Final message, viewers. Here is the most important takeaway from today's story. In America, confidence must be proved with facts, not with twitters, not with speech, not with interview. When a judge call our your bluff, the time for talk is over. Now it's time to truth. What whether you support Trump or oppose him, or oppose him. This movement matters because it tests the strength of the justice system itself. We will continue to follow the causes and bring and clear simple updates without confusion. If you found to break down help, like the video, subscribe the channel, and thank you for watching my full video.